Hello, I'm Craig Uchida. I'm the president and founder of Justice and Security Strategies. My company is a consulting firm that works with police agencies and criminal justice agencies across the country. A few of the projects we're working on right now include working on body-worn cameras and providing police agencies with both funding for cameras and also training and technical assistance on that technology. I had three major principles for the company when I first started. The first was that I work on projects that I like, I work in places that I like, and I work with people that I like. And if you stick with those three principles, it's a lot more fun to do the work. I think those three principles to me have guided me in how we're going to do things and who we're going to work with and on what kind of project we're going to work on. Yeah, the Middle East experience I had was really fascinating. And it also helped me, though, with criminal justice because I saw what the military was doing. They had body-worn cameras back then. They had live streaming going on with those cameras that were direct feeding into Central Command. And they were also using computerized mapping, all kinds of things that, again, police departments were just starting to get involved in. And now body-worn cameras, drones, all these things are commonplace, well, relatively commonplace, and they're being used here. But that was one of the things I noticed immediately when I was there. There were like 40, 45 of us that were on this special trip to do this. And it was really, really interesting. Yeah, they're not running that same program. Otherwise, I'd recommend it. But it was absolutely fascinating. The way I go about that is I actually talk in depth and listen to what the police concerns are. And if the community's involved, listen to what they're involved with and what their positions are first. And I'd go back 10 years to when I was first studying crime fighting in Los Angeles. We were among the very few that really picked it up and said, okay, how do we use data to predict where a crime might happen? We were able to show that, crime could happen here because the characteristics of this place, right, are prime places where criminals are going to go. They're crime generators, right? There's certain things, poor lighting, trash, all of the broken windows kinds of things are crime generators, crime attractors. And if you can identify where those places are, well, it's likely that crime's going to happen there. So you should do something about it in advance. The main starting point for one designing any research activity is to talk with and listen to the police who are wanting to do certain things, use data to help answer what they're trying to do, and develop a research design that makes sense so you can evaluate what happened and why. Technology is always a huge thing for police. They love technology. Among those are, like in LA now they have a robotic dog. SWAT team sends a robotic dog in, to check things out because it's got a camera and they're able to see things and it's able actually to grab things and so forth. So they love these toys. Other types of technologies, though, like facial recognition technology, have proved problematic with the community. That facial recognition is not necessarily objective. There's a bias against African Americans, misrepresenting them, and so forth. And so, again, police have to be very careful about using that technology and recognizing the drawbacks of the technology before they start using it. For graduate students, I would suggest that they finish quickly. That's what I always tell graduate students, is that with a master's degree in particular, you need to finish within 2 years. Limit your time when you're teaching. I would say that totally upfront. That's one of the things that also bogs you down. You know, if you're doing 4 and 4, for example, you're in trouble. I would try to limit as much as you can the teaching load that you have. Because it does, again, detracts from, okay, what are the requirements for getting tenure, right? What are they? It's publish. Thank you for the opportunity. It made me think a lot more about my career and everything else. So thank you for doing that for me.